Hey Railbirds, here we are at the 2023 WPA World Artistic Pool Championships. We have made it to the playoffs now. We are down to the final 16 players. Here's a quick look at our tournament bracket. We are currently having Tim the Dragon Chin and Chi-Ming Lin, Master Lin, on our streaming table right now. We are coming at you live from the Boys and Girls Club of the Great Lakes Bay region here in Bay City, Michigan. Thank you for your hospitality. And speaking of thank yous, I would like to give a quick thank you to our sponsors. It is greatly appreciated because without our sponsors, this event does not happen. So thank you very much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, with that, I'm going to turn over the microphone to our two guest commentators, Mike, the pastor of Pool Hewitt, and Mark White. Take it away, fellas.
Well, thank you so much for that. We are in for a treat today. Whether you are new to the sport and just kind of randomly have found us, be sure to share the link because you're going to see some amazing shots today. What do you think, Mark? We saw the brackets. We've seen here's Tim Chin's profile. What are your thoughts for this upcoming match and round today?
Yeah, well, this is a repeat, isn't it, of the final from last year, so it's going to be a great battle between these two. They're both going to be really up for this, and we saw earlier Tim was, I'm guessing, playing a little bit better than we saw Chi-Ming Lin in his last match. He struggled a little bit, but as class always comes through at the end, class is permanent, form is temporary. He's found some of that form that won him that title, and he's in there battling, and I'm sure we're going to see a new Master Lin now.
He is, I was talking to Brian Superman Pauly about him. He said he's just sneaky. He kind of just feels the table out through the preliminaries. He's confident that he's going to qualify, which he did again, the champion that he is. And so we're going to probably see some sneaky things come out today, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was unusual not to see his name in the top 11. We had a graphic yesterday, or today as well actually, didn't see him in the top 11, so he's in there fighting, and as all good champions do, they get better the further they go into the tournament. So it's going to be a really interesting one, this one. It went down to the final point in the final. It actually went to a shootout. So let's see.
Well, champions, they know how to rise to the occasion. And I know that this is no exception.
I get 10 points for that. So here it is. 296 William Downker on 7-foot, highest ever. 294 was Florian in this event. Highest ever on a 9-foot. Perfect is 320. It's unheard of. So it's fantastic to see that. And then one other thing, we have the Rising Star Award. I can tell you who it is because it's based on score. Was Keegan, again at 20 years of age. 203 points, which is pretty fantastic. And then I think I've covered everything on that sheet. So
it's a fine looking microphone stand he's got himself there, look. Made in South Africa.
Listen, everybody, enjoy this competition. We're not going to explain hardly.
There's nobody like Dr. Q. He has been a wonderful MC and tournament director.
We have Michael Hewitt on commentary in the booth. You see this guy?
You can't hear it at home, but right now that is just,
Yeah,
it's a lot of laughs. Dr. Q has just enforced a 10-point deduction. Tom, Dr. Q Rossman is giving you thanks and shout outs, Mark. You guys are the best. And yeah, we were in for a treat. Wayne Parker just got a 10-point deduction from Dr. Q when he starts his match. So, and in the spirit of this event, we've got the competitors just giving a handshake, giving fist bumps and hugs. These guys know what it's like to compete and know how hard each discipline is. and they need to root each other on. Unlike other sports, sometimes you don't get that, but in this sport you do, because these guys are fierce competitors, and it has been hours and hours and hours of practice, of dedication, and most pool players just don't know how difficult these shots are, because there's so many variables, so many adjustments. For example, the night before, I came to the table and practicing, and a shot probably I've hit more than any other shot, Mark. I, I couldn't make it. I don't know what was going on. And the table from one day to the next just changed so much. Again, a shot I've been shooting for 15 some years, and you think you know all the aspects and nuances of why a ball's not missing. And so, fortunately, I was able to figure out the adjustment, and when it came time for my competition, I made it. And for the first time ever, I had hit inside English on this ball. Well, here we go. We are up to the first discipline. Discipline 1, shot two-way at 7 points. And this is a fun little shot. We're in for a treat here. So all 4 balls are made there, and coming back for the ball in the corner.
Yeah, we've already lost one competitor, of course, haven't we? Mike Massey wasn't feeling too good, and this guy here, the master, said he hasn't been feeling 100% in the qualifiers, but he's made it through, and he's ready to kick off.
Yeah, it is yeah, thank you for mentioning Mike. At 76 years age, I guess young, is still competing at such a high level, not just in artistic pool, but wherever he goes. I was on the phone with him a few weeks ago, and I said, Mike, what you doing? He says, oh, I was just thought I'd come up with some new trick shots. I said, would you show them to me? He says, yeah, sure. Mark, he came up with 7 trick shots in just a couple of hours. And this is not just 1 or 2 balls. He's probably written half the program that we have here. But what an ambassador to the sport. Just so humble. I'm just so thankful for just even anywhere he goes. He's up for a song on a guitar, willing to talk to you about Jesus and talk to you about pool. And it's not any more complicated than that with Mike. He is just what you see is what you get, and a gentle giant for sure.
Yeah, it's his passion, isn't it? It's mine too. It's taken me all around the world already, and you meet some fantastic people. And just on that note, I want to say these guys are just a different breed. I was so shocked and blown away by, you used the word camaraderie earlier on, and that's exactly the correct term, because they're just all friends. You'd never know they were in a battle, and the battle is about to commence. Here we go then.
First attempt. Okay, we've got a miss there. He'll make the adjustment. Came up a little bit short on that side pocket there. I think with a 5 ball or 4 ball he played. And for those of you maybe just tuning in for the first time, he's using that cue as a guide to set those balls straight into the pocket. And what's interesting, he's got to hit the ball forward, and that's going to, as a result, push the balls forward. So he's got to line that set of balls up towards that inside corner. Maybe we can get a shot of that. You can see in the inside corner where his stick is. That allows that ball to go probably center pocket. So you'll probably watch that 3 ball go in center pocket because he's lined up a little bit on the left edge there. But let's see if he can make the adjustment to get this 4 ball now in on the side pocket. Attempt 2. There it is.
He certainly did. And that's another mark of a champion, isn't it? Of a great player. Knows the adjustment quick, can work it out very, very quickly, what he needs to change. You've only got 3 shots to do it in, and he's done it in 2. So good start, 6 points.
That was a good adjustment. And, you know, there's so many things that go into adjustment, and sometimes people don't even think about this one, but that's the weather. It rained last night. And so the tables, a couple of comments from some of the players as we went in, we had to be thinking, okay, we've got some adjustments to make just because of the moisture outside. And, of course, you open up that door, and as spectators come in, that changes the cloth.
I thought you was going to say there's a hole in the roof for a second.
Fortunately, there's no holes in the roof here. We've been benefit of just a great venue of the Boys and Girls Club here. And it's really helped not only just have a wonderful venue, but throughout the community of Bay City, Michigan. Just to have that extra, hey, how about the Boys and Girls Club? So what they do for kids and families throughout Bay City is just wonderful. So they have been a wonderful partner for us to host these World Championships.
Yeah, great work by the charity, and I always say every child deserves a childhood, a decent childhood. Deserves a decent start in life, and anything that can help that, whatever it might be, is just so important, and it's great to see. And I'm so happy that they're getting some more money raised for them with the door money that's being collected, $5 I believe it is, off every spectator per day. So it's great, and I hope to see some of the children playing this game. I hope some of them just kind of get the bug, you know.
You got it. First attempt. Here we go. Are we going to get it?
Oh,
yes. Look at that. How about that? Right out of the gate, first attempt made. One of the things I saw interesting too, you could see how he was using the other balls to get the exact distance of where the cue ball set. Let's watch this again. Nice and easy, didn't hit it too hard. You'll find that out about many of the trick shots. You don't have to hit them hard. You just need to know how those balls kind of work with gears working together to make that go in. So that was a fantastic shot, and both are on the board. It's 7-6. 1 point was deducted for the first miss, but that's great to get out of the gate, hitting your first attempts, at least your first discipline. So we're on to discipline 2, shot 3C that they've selected. And buckle up your seatbelts. Is your seatbelt buckled, Mark? And those fans at home, if you haven't popped that bag of popcorn yet, go pop it, because this one's going to get you flying pretty quickly. What you're going to see here, I'll just describe this shot. He's going to put the cue ball kind of in the center of the table, and he's going to hit that. And while the cue ball is moving, he will hit, beginning with the 1 ball, the 1, 2, 3, 4 balls in. And then that cue ball will come around, and he's got to hit it around another 3 rails, and then he'll do 6, 7, 8 into the side pocket. And then he'll hit the cue ball again around, and he'll 9, 10, 11, and 12. And here's the trick of this. The cue ball cannot stop. So it is, if you think pool is difficult, hitting a round little tip to a round little ball, now try it while the cue ball is moving. Let's see, first attempt. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. There's the cue ball at 6, 7, 8. Last time.
Nice control. Oh, he's miscued.
He miscued. See, that's just it. When you got that round little tip onto a round ball while it's moving, it is hard. It is hard. And what he needs to adjust for the second shot is that cue ball's got to be flying around on that third time slower. You want to try and catch that last hit just before it stops, so then that way the spin can get right onto the back edge of the cue, and then fire the rest of those balls in the corner pocket. So here we go, second attempt.
when he makes these first 4 balls, the piece of chalk on the table becomes apparent, and that's what he must go round.
All right, nicely done. And he's past the chalk. That's cue ball's moving kind of quick.
This is the...
Here it is. Here it is. Got to turn around.
he's
1,
hit it
2.
well.
Before the cue ball comes in, is he going to do it? Yes, he did. What a great shot and adjustment.
Fabulous strike.
It was a great hit. I'll tell you that last time you hit the cue ball, your heart starts racing because you know you've got to hit it harder, and then you've got to turn your body around. Notice this. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4 balls in. He's got good speed here. It was nice and slow, very controlled. And now right here, you've got to hit this harder. Boom. And then you've got to turn around, and that you can't see the cue ball, and here it comes. It's out of the back of your eye coming. And get that in just before making it. What a shot on the second attempt.
Yeah, notice Drew Sozio, the driver, his nickname, he actually plays the last 4 balls left-handed. He switches hands and plays them left-handed.
Yeah, Drew is something else. Matter of fact, all us players were going around with our poster, getting one another's signatures, and he said to me, Drew said to me, "Would you like me to sign this left or right-handed?" So, how about that as a secret weapon in this game to be able to shoot these shots, so left or right-handed? And I told him, I said, why don't you write each letter with a different hand? And he goes, "I've never heard that one before." I said, "You just pick a hand and sign it." So he signed my poster for me to give to my kids, and they're going to love that. But the dedication.
Don't leave us in suspense. Did he do it left-handed or right-handed?
Yeah, I don't know. He went away. But, here's the dedication of this sport. He told me, Mark, he has driven 85,000 miles. He doesn't fly. Since 2011, he quit flying. So he drives where he goes. And 85,000 miles equate the commitment and competitor to this sport. And I don't think he made the top 16, but... boy, he was great to have. Here we go. First attempt. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is great. Good control on the cue ball. He's got this. This is looking good. This is looking very good. He's going to turn around. That cue ball's moving fast. Got to get it in. And he does! Wow. I told you, ladies and gentlemen, you got to buckle up your seatbelt for that shot because, man, that gets you see that cue ball flying around, you got to get those in quick.
He can still move, can't he? Talking about Drew Sozio, not only does he drive to all these tournaments, in his spare time as well, he's got a full-time job. He was working with Amazon the last time I knew. He also does Uber driving as well. He can't get enough of the car, can he?
He's driving in his sleep. Yeah, there's just some people made to drive. I'm not one of them. And of course, my father recently bought a new vehicle, and he says, "Oh, it's great. It has a lane assist, so when I fall asleep, it puts me back in the road." I said, "Dad, you might not need to drive anymore."
I hope it's a Chevrolet, one of our sponsors, of course, who deserve a mention. Local Chevrolet dealer.
Matter of fact, I grew up close to Bay City in Saginaw, Michigan, and the family, I went to school with the family, and yes, it's great to have their sponsorship, and it's fun to watch just the city come together for events like these. All right, do we have the next shot?
So there was a little confusion. Master Lin picked a shot from Discipline 1, but he needs to pick a shot from Discipline 3, so I think he's repicking a new shot.
A man with his ear to the ground, Kevin Ross, bringing you this fantastic stream, Railbirds TV. I've done so much work for Kevin over the years, and if you visit his site, which you're obviously on it now if you're hearing us, please like and subscribe. And there's some really, really great videos, some great historical, some classic matches, some Derby City Classic reruns of stuff like that. There's a little bit of dodgy commentary here and there, though, from a guy across the pond, so we'll apologise for him in advance.
Well, yeah, we've got two people across the pond, so we'll do our best here today to try and keep things explained and know what's happening here. Okay, this is kind of a fun one. You're going to see, I think he's got a stacker ball. And some people, a young student said to me, he's like, Pastor, how do you make the ball balance on top of one another? I've been trying for hours to balance the ball on top of it. Well, just to let you know, there's just a little bit of a kind of a space kind of drilled out, which allows, and then a flattened spot on the bottom that allows that ball to just to sit there and then balance the one on top of it. So I felt real bad, and I didn't mean to laugh, but yeah, you're never going to get a regular pool ball to balance on one another. I think he wasted an hour of his life trying to do that. But anyways, I gave him a stacker ball, and all right, here we go. We've got a fun shot here. Trick is on this one, you got to get the cue out of the way. Watch the cue as he strikes this. Oh, he did it. Oh.
Yeah, that certainly looked like one of the easier
Yeah,
shots.
it is.
shall we
It is a
say.
6-point. It's a 6-point shot, and but the tricky thing with that, or it is 7. Excuse me, I stand corrected. The tricky thing with that shot is watch when he hits this. Watch the cue. If you follow through too much, that ball can hit into the cue, so you got to get it out of the way rather quickly. But it is one of the easier shots. But again, if you in pool, this is where the artistry comes in. Because in pool, you think, I'm going to stroke through this ball. The tip's going to go to the bed of the cloth. Well, this is just a quick little punch to get it out of the way. So let's see if he can repeat the efforts on the first attempt. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Look at this.
Oh, he can. Almost made the one ball as well.
Just a walk in the park. So
Well,
they're
we did
going.
expect this, didn't we?
We did.
Expected it to be close, didn't we, Mike? And it's 2021-21.
Such a nice stroke. Yeah, look at that. Just almost even followed it up. I mean, that's just about a perfect hit. You're hitting just the very center of the ball. He almost got them all in. Of course, you didn't need to get that last win, but we're all knotted up at 12, I think, right now.
I have 21-21.
Oh, wait, 21. Yeah,
I think we're a little
21,
dyslexic on the
21.
score.
Yep.
A numerical dyslexic. I have a friend who's that.
Yeah, I think they're. It might be backwards right on their end, but opposite on our end. So it is 21-21.
I always borrow 21 pounds, or shall we say dollars, off of my dyslexic friends, and I only ever pay him back 12. So what have we got here?
Well, we're getting the signals in from the dugout for this next shot here, and we're going to post that right now on the stream. There it is, Discipline 4 we're on now. Shot 2B at 7 points, and yeah, this is kind of fun. The zip shot. So keep your seatbelt still buckled because it's another fun one. What we're going to do, we're going to hit the 1, the 8, and then it's going to come into the corner. Here we go, first attempt. Oh, here it is. Oh. There it is. Well done.
Almost.
No, that was good. That was a good first attempt. Basically, you're just using that one ball to connect to the ball in the side pocket, then to come down. So that was well done. 7 points, first attempt. And to hit this, you don't have to hit hard, but there's a lot of spin. You can watch this spin. See that spin on the cue ball coming off of that? Yeah, the one ball didn't need to go in. An artistic pool, not always do you need to have all the balls go in. You can use different object balls to get that cue ball where you need to go. And this is a matter of physics and spin, because you've got to figure out, where do I place the cue ball and to hit the one ball. So he's got to hit that one, kind of carry him off the one into the 3 ball, and just catch it just right on the angle to come down to that 9 ball in the corner. So one of the, I would say, lesser difficulty shots, but if you don't know that speed and spin, this shot will get you. Let's see what he does. First attempt, right there, going tit for tat. I mean, like two champions. It's a slugfest. So we're still knotted up. Yeah, look at that. Right down the rail. Beautiful. Excellent job. Great stroke. 28-28. You know, I do have to say something about the Railbird streaming. And this is something I don't know if I like about the Railbird streaming. And I will tell you, because when I was competing and on the stream table with Mike Massey and Jason Lynch, my kids screen recorded the video, and they sent it back to me in slow motion of the ball just not going in the pocket. I mean, the slow motion was so good, Kevin. They're like, Dad, why couldn't you just hit that ball a little bit more? And of course, my facial expressions, I mean, it was, yeah. How long do we archive these for?
Until YouTube goes out of
you
business.
actually kissed into it. He kissed into it, didn't you?
I did.
Just grazed it.
I did. It almost came in. Oh, that was fun. But truly, there's a lot of people trying to stream there, but this is the best of the best, to be able to get these slow motions, to see how the ball's spinning, and of course the quality of the stream is just awesome. Okay, here we go. Discipline 5, 2C, 7 points. Oh my!
There's another thing just come down, and the light's gone out. I think that sign just fell down and turned the switch off.
That is.
Yeah, it pulled the extension cord out of the wall when it fell down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a tournament director. I think they might let them shoot. I don't know if they're going to let him shoot that again or not.
If I was Master Lin, I'd be arguing for a redo on that.
I would too. To have the lights go out, that's kind of like when you're in driver's training and you have the instructor on the other side of the car and they push the brake down because you're out of control. I mean, it just gets you all out. Let's see what Dr. Q. Tom Rossman is saying, what happened here.
All right, he says it's the opponent's choice. And I think Tim said, yeah, shoot again.
Yep, he's going to shoot again, and he got a new cue ball, too. All right. Here we go. Oh, just caught that. Put that on the slow-mo. Man, baby. It was close coming off the short rail, and then came into it and just caught it. Wow, what a great shot. To have signs falling and then the light go off. The concentration. Look at this. Just caught that. Just sweet. Watch this. There it is. Look at that. Just grazed the 9. How about that? Shot from a great champion right there.
It was almost a Mike Hewitt, but not quite.
Yeah, Mark, I got some new nicknames while I've been here. The Curator of Cuts was one of them, another one, and also the Master of Misses. I had a few of those. Okay, here we go. First attempt. Okay, did he duplicate it? This looks good. This is coming around the well. It's going to be short enough. Nope.
No, it's wide. It's wide.
It is wide. Look at that. He was a full diamond out. By the way, those of you just tuning in, I said diamond. No, I'm not talking about your ring or the stone in it. But on the table, there are diamonds. Of course, very thankful for Upstate Billiards providing these beautiful brand new diamond tables. But the diamond kind of dots on the table, those are used for measuring. And all right, here we go. Second attempt. All right. Did he tighten it up? It's still wide. It is still wide. You can see that cue ball hit that first diamond again, so he's still quite a bit wide. So he really did not make the adjustment from the first to second shot like he wanted it to. So now this is his third and final attempt. He's got to really dial this in to see if he can not leave a blank. Each competitor has made the shot. This is his third and last attempt on this shot. Here we go.
Yeah, I like this angle. No, completely wrong. Caught the wrong rail.
Yeah, he just really overcompensated. And that was the difficulty between, I think, Mark, the first and second shot. You saw he was still a diamond wide on each shot, and then he knew he needed to make a major adjustment, and it was just too much.
I have a question for you. That stacker ball, when it goes in the pocket, has it ever got stuck in the in the ball return system, I wonder?
Well, it's kind of interesting that you asked that. Mike Massey shot that, I think, 23 years ago. He got stuck in the pocket while trying to get it out for 4 days. That was something. We found him days later, his arm stuck in there, and fortunately there was a bag of chips to hold him over. No, the stacker ball does actually drop through the ball return just fine. So, to my knowledge, Mike Massey has never been caught up under the table looking for a stacker ball. But
well, one thing's for sure, because we've seen it on camera, Florian Kohler was stuck with his foot in it.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, he got his foot stuck in the pocket when he was up on the table for a massé shot. Couldn't get his foot out the pocket.
Oh. Yeah,
deep shells on these diamonds.
You know, there are deep shelves, and they will kind of like, walking in the woods and it's muddy, it'll suck your shoe right off. Hopefully I believe all these tables have been sold. Hopefully the new owner of these tables won't find Florian's other shoe in there.
Or an old sock. That would be awful.
Okay, this is a great shot. First attempt. All 4 balls need to go into that pocket. The rack is there to help guide that in. Actually, it's 5 balls, excuse me. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ball are all going to go in the corner pocket. And then this is awesome. What a great shot. The cue ball is going to then jump over the blocker balls and kick off those rails, go into the butt of the stick, and then hit the B ball in there. So fantastic shot. Now, the blocker balls cannot be hit. So let's see what he does. First attempt. Okay, all 5 balls are in.
Oh, this looks amazing.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is a great shot, folks. Wow. And you can see all the other balls did not even move.
Perfect demonstration of how to play that particular shot.
Yeah, watch this replay.
Perfection.
Look at this. Look at that. Just hops right over. And look at the spin coming off that rail. Oh. Right into the stick. Watch. This is beautiful. Boop. That was easy, he said. On to the next shot.
Same one for the master. What was the name of this one, Mike? Do you remember?
It was the...
There it is.
There it is. The Luke's stroke jump shot.
Is that your son? Did he invent this one, your son?
You know what? He probably would say so. He's all of 15, and he played in the junior nationals along with my 2 other boys. And we're looking to take them out to Quincy, Illinois. That is going to be in July, and we're also looking at coinciding that with, oh, there he is. He sure did. He's listening from Spain. Hello, son. You might be learning something. So, yes, this is Luke's shot. I don't know. It could be my son's. Probably another Luke, but he's claiming it now, so that's fine. So one of the tricky things about this shot is that cue ball's got to have enough spin on it to catch the rail. Oh, no, look at this.
Oh, he jumped one in the rack, look.
He did.
One ball jumped into the rack. I saw that yesterday, actually.
Yeah, that was my shot.
Ball.
Yeah, that was my
your
shot.
wasn't it?
It was my shot. It was the master of misses. And what I did there, folks, is I forgot to put the rack in the right place. And so those balls got bound up and didn't get into the pocket. And I was just like, I would have made it on the first attempt. And so all I did, I hit the same shot again, moved the rack, and I made it. But anyways, here we go. This is a second attempt. And I believe he's going to fix this. He knows the adjustment for this. But it's kind of crazy. Get all 5 balls in. Oh, no, he didn't get it again. But notice he is getting the spin off the rail, the 2 rails to get into the butt. So that 9 ball would have made in. But okay, third and final attempt. Again, the other blocker balls cannot be disturbed. They cannot be hit.
Well, Tim Chin missed one in the last round. Didn't make any of his 3 attempts. He's up against it here now, and I've noticed his aim's completely different.
Too bad. Yeah, he's going to be thinking about that one for a little bit. And now he's saying, okay, I thought about it. I'm done. Moving on.
Yeah, that's a big thing in whatever sport you play. The most important shot is always the next one, because you've got to put that one out of your head now. It's gone. There's nothing you can do about it, but you can do everything about the next shot. So forget that. Stay in the moment. Focus.
A good coach. Actually, my son's tennis coach, Tim Cleland, winningest coach in Indiana history for girls and boys tennis. And we actually did I did an interview of him, and we did a sports series in our church. And I asked famous athletes and coaches, what are some of the number 1 lessons you learned in sports? And it was interesting. And you reminded me of this, Mark. But Tim said you gotta cut the rope. You gotta let it go. And so if there's a rope for that shot, you gotta cut it. You gotta let it go. And just as you said, you've now got to refocus on the next shot and be in the moment. You cannot let that negative miss impact this next shot. So
yeah, one of the best books I've ever read was by another Timothy Galway, The Inner Game of Tennis. I don't know whether you're familiar with that book, but it's a fantastic look at the mind. And you can relate it. He was a tennis coach, but you can actually relate it to any sport. And all about the mindset. If you haven't read it, it might be a really good read for your son, actually. Timothy Galway, Inner Game of Tennis.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Okay, this next shot here, I actually competed in this and shot it for the first time last night. I did not feel good about the 10-pointer in this discipline. And so what you have to do here is you've got to hit the 1 ball out of the rack, and then it'll come and hit the other 2 in the corners. And the rack, it's a tough little shot, and you can't tense up on it. Here we go. First attempt. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, he's just missed it.
So close.
I think this is one of the hardest shots that they attempt, this one, because I mean, it doesn't even look possible.
Yeah, we don't have. You're right. We don't have a camera on the other end, but there you go. You can kind of see the 1. It's just sticking up. See, he's got to just hit that jump just enough to catch it, while it's coming up to get it out of the rack. Okay, here we go. This is a second attempt. This is the greatest difficulty. 10 point.
Catch that one, Mike.
Yeah, it came right at me.
Yeah.
It might be at my feet. Hang on here.
There's just so much going on
You
with
got
this
it.
shot, you know. There's hardly anything showing of the one ball. You need the accuracy, like you're making the one ball into the corner, but you're making the 9, of course. And then you need to be accurate with the carom. So it's a real tricky shot to bounce that one out accurately. Yeah, he's not going to do it.
So this is a true story, Mark. So last night I thought, okay, I gotta figure out this 10-pointer, and I was able to get in a pool room last night. I set up this shot, and on the second attempt I had ever hit this shot, it went in. I about fell over, and
Wow,
and
that's
also
strong.
it is strong, but unfortunately I could not duplicate that today. Hit that rack every time, couldn't get it out of the. I think I got out of the rack once. I got close actually, but again, it's such a difficult shot, and we'll see if we can do any better here. But maybe we can catch a slow-mo on this shot here at one of these attempts. But just to see this cue ball jumping off and catching it on the bounce. Okay, watch this. Here we go. Oh, look at this.
He's gone the other way.
Yep.
He went the other way, didn't he?
Yeah. Now you have to declare to your opponent what ball is going in off the one. Okay, look at that. See, that was just excellent. I mean, he caught it, but just a little bit thick. So not only do you have to hit the one out of the rack, you have to catch it just right to get that angle.
He seems pretty straight on this one. Normally see players put it to one side slightly, the cue ball.
Oh!
See, that's why he's missing it, you know, because I think he's a little bit too thick on this.
Yeah, that's a great observation. His
that's
touch.
Why the cue ball, you see, he's coming to the right too much.
Yeah.
Our right, his left, of course.
His touch has been great. This is the third and final attempt. No problem getting the ball out of the rack. Let's see if he can make the adjustment.
Look at that sign up above Jason Lynch's head. We've already had the lights go out. If that falls, it might put Jason's lights out. Final attempt. Well, neither player has made it. Interesting.
Yeah, this is still anybody's match where 3 points separates the two of them, and we'll wait to get our calls in from the dugout to see what shot they'll be hitting.
Flipping through his Bible of shots. So tell us a little bit more about the global trick shots.
Yeah,
Mike, while we're waiting.
Yeah, sure. Great question. So, I currently serve as the vice president of GTS, GospelTrickShot.org. Steve Lillis is the president. And what's awesome about this billiard really ministry, we have been in 35 different countries over 25 years. And encouraging and really bringing this sport gift of pool really throughout the world. We have done gospel trick shot shows at the invitation of Hamas a couple of years ago. That was pretty crazy. Of course, we were recently in Morocco with blackball. And what we do, we take many of the trick shots that we're seeing today, and we will put a life application and a biblical principle to each shot. And so here we are, Discipline 8, 4C.
Yes, a nice shot. Long
Beautiful.
rail, short rail, curve around the ball on the rail and make the one ball.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, He tried to catch that and almost hit the master on the head, I think. That's one way to beat him.
Well, there's been a few times today where somebody has yelled incoming. When you're hitting these cue balls sometimes with heavy cues like this Massey cue, that ball gets a lot of spin and velocity. All right, second attempt.
Oh, he's done it again. I saw this shot earlier and I don't recall them being so vertical on the ball as Tim Chin is here. I could be wrong. I was wrong once back in 1983, I remember.
And Mark, it's another good observation. He was pretty vertical and actually jumped that, made that ball jump. And you're not wanting the jump. That's better.
Oh, he's made it third time. Great shot.
What a shot.
There's the new leader of the artistic pool.
See, he didn't
Jason
get the jump
Freddie
on
Lee.
this ball. He kept that cue ball and allowed the spin to work into it.
Yeah, it's more controlled, wasn't it? Oh,
No,
it still leapt. It leapt over both
It
balls.
did.
So-
Look at that.
Is that okay? That's not okay, I don't think.
No.
Jumped over the 5. It's supposed to hit the rail. It did hit the head rail and jumped over 5.
Hey, can we replay that? We need to go to a replay here.
He's jumped over the 5.
He
It
jumped
doesn't
over.
count, I
He
don't
jumped
think.
over the 5. Yeah,
Doesn't count.
it jumped over. It does not count. It has
No.
to spin over.
You know, seen this shot a few times, and I don't recall them being so. Yeah, it doesn't count because it's jumped
Yeah.
over the 5 ball instead of curving around it.
Yeah, you've got to hit off that second rail with so much spin that it just kind of hooks in like a fish hook to knock that in.
Yeah, like it arcs round, doesn't it?
Yes.
Where that jumped, clearly jumped over. So it won't count. It's 3 misses. Let's watch Jason Lynch didn't get over the ball.
Yeah, that's a good little shot right there. It's going to jump a couple of times. He's got to be on the move. He's got to hit it, but not too hard, and jump over. Watch this. It's over. You got to run up. Oh, went too fast. See, what you got to do is you got to jump. Yeah, it's too fast. You're running after the ball and then hitting it while it's moving again. So maybe we'll get to
Florian
that
does
shot.
that. Yeah, Florian plays that so well. He does little spins in between as well, little pirouettes.
Yeah, triple sock cows and Florian hits that
double
better
looks.
than anybody.
Nancy Kerrigan, he is the Nancy Kerrigan of trick shots. But you don't remember her, do you?
Oh, I do. Yeah. There was a little
You
drama
do,
with
yeah.
her. But we're on to the next
Yeah.
shot here. Same shot. First attempt.
Same shot.
Yep. What's so
from the other end of the
difficult with the
table.
Massey is for any players that are just trying to learn how to Massey, you've got to anchor your hand. You know, normally you've got a foundation with a bridge on the bed of the table, but on these Massey shots, you're trying to find an anchor, and it's hard to do that. So you can see him anchoring his hand and elbow into his body. Here it comes. Oh, didn't quite catch it. So it's just very difficult to, because you don't have gravity's working always against you. Except when your hand's on the bed of the table. So these Massey shots, these jump shots, even the one-handed jump shots that we've seen throughout the tournament, you got to center it in, focus, and then let her rip. Okay, third and final attempt.
Oh, that was so close. Just
So
clipped the through ball.
close, just clipped it, just caught it.
Going back to what you were saying about having an anchor, when Tim Chin plays the shot out of the 6 balls out of the triangle, jumping out there one-handed, he always puts his hand in his pocket to steady himself. So both players, when one misses, so does the other one, and that's why we're on 37 and 34 still. Both struggled with that shot.
Yeah, like two heavyweight fighters just coming into the closing rounds here. It's been a slugfest so far. Just great shots, and the competition is just fantastic.
Well, we've had the thriller in Manila, the rumble in the jungle. This is taking it on the chin again in Michigan.
That's right. Oh, you're so good, Mark. I love it. Oh, I'll tell you what, there is some phenomenal play going on here. I don't know if you can hear the crowd in the background, but so many of these fans have not been around here, but they're coming back day after day. And for you pool players out there, you might not find your pool game going too well. You might want to try artistic pool, because let me tell you, what a game that takes every discipline of pool and puts them together to find a true champion. Okay, here we go.
One in the side, two in the corner.
This is great. Here it comes. Did we
around.
cut it? Here it comes. Here it comes. I think we got it.
We got it.
Look at this. Watch this. It is perfect. Wow. So after 2 misses on a 10 shot from both Chin and Lin, he comes out and hits the next shot on the first attempt. What a way to put the pressure on. Just look at this stroke. Just great. And that was a wise choice, to pick this shot. It wasn't one of the more difficult shots in that discipline. But look at this. Just perfect. That was awesome.
The domino effect.
Yeah, everybody always likes a good domino following. And literally what's happening, little tip and trick here. If you're trying this at home, you'll notice the ball is balancing on a piece of chalk. Well, sometimes that chalk can get worn down and crumbled, and you can actually flip the chalk upside down and just kind of tap in a little dimple on that piece of chalk to get that ball up balancing.
Nice little tip there from Mike Hewitt. Any other little tip you can give up-and-coming players, Mike, that are just taking it up? What piece of advice would you give to your young self, shall we say?
Yeah, Mark, that's a great question, and I hope people really hear this, because the beauty of this game is you can play it your entire life, as evidenced by Mike Massey, 76 years old, young. And the tip, I would say, have fun. Don't take this game too seriously. I mean, trust me, this event, you think you know these shots, and then you come out and don't even score in a discipline. And that's tough. I mean, and so you've got to enjoy the roll. And there's one other thing I can say on this, but let's watch this shot. Okay, we've made both balls. It's going to come around. Do we have the angle? Do we have the angle? Is it short enough?
No, we don't.
A wee bit outside. Just a bit outside. This is interesting. If you notice his 3 and 5 ball there, he's got a bit of an angle on there. I play both of these a little bit straighter on, but I'm learning something here. He kind of angled that 3 ball out just to kind of catch, that wider angle. But unfortunately, the cue ball came in at too wide of an angle, and he's going to have to make an adjustment if he's going to want to hit this 3 ball. You can see the angle there, the 3 and the 5 right now. Can we have that top view there real quick, Kevin? There it is.
Yeah, it's making the ball bigger, isn't it?
It is.
Mike.
It does. And I just learned something. I usually play them straight in. I hit it pretty well, but you're always learning. So along with having fun, you asked me about GTS and around the world. We kind of say you're playing 3 games in one with pool. You have the game on the table, and you're watching that right now. This is beautifully just artistic pool and skill. And you got to know the shots, and you got to have the right equipment, the right tip, the right weight of cue. And that's one part. Let's see if he can get it second attempt. Okay, we missed the side pocket. So it seems like that stroke was just a little bit quick. What did you think, Mark? Did he come off? I mean, he didn't seem to set real. Just seemed to come into that a little quick.
I'll tell you what I think. I think when he got these 2 balls touching, okay, then when he puts the ball now in between to get the space up, you'll see him get another ball now, and then he'll use this to get the space from the white. I think he pushed them balls apart, is what I thought I saw, which could be the reason he didn't make the ball in the side. They might not have been touching. So he might have got a little bit of a squeeze effect, a little bit of throw.
Third and final attempt. Okay, he's made both balls. Okay, it's coming. We just need a little bump. Just a bump. Oh! Ah.
Oh, he's
yeah, and if
stuck,
those...
isn't he, on this 37?
Boy. It was just not quite there. So what I was saying before is you got the game on the table, and actually you can go to Dr. Q Promotions and his website. It's a free manual, instruction guide, basically 50 years of pool. Tom is not just a great ambassador for the sport and player, but as statistician and historian. He has documented so much of the history of this sport. So it's a free manual to download, and in that manual there's shots and there's different things and stories. It's really a good kind of manual. But in addition to that, it talks about the game on the table, the game of the heart, which kind of related to what I said earlier. You got to have fun with this game. You can't take it too seriously. And then of course it's the game of the mind. So you got the game of the table, the game of the heart, and the game of the mind. And if you don't put all 3 of those together when you're playing this game, or really any sport, if you think about it, if your mind is there, I mean, if Tiger Woods, how much do they pay for just mental coaching? And you mentioned that about the tennis book that I want to pick up for my kids. Okay, here we are, Massey's Power Draw. Oh, did he catch it? Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Beautiful.
This is beautiful. Watch this bump the rack. This is awesome. What a shot. And what's difficult about this shot, the cue ball is so close to the rail. So you've got to get, and it's right on. Look at how close they are to the balls. And you're actually, when you're hitting that shot, you're hitting into the rail. Because look at that, perfect center of the rack.
He was saying to himself, "Look at that! If there was a mark of centre on that delta rack, that would be it. Look there, and right in line with the pocket as well. Look at that! What a shot!
Bullseye. Just,
I'll tell you what. Not only is Tim Chin on his game, so is Sherry Ross on that camera. Good work, Sherry.
Yeah, way to go, Sherry. You're right, Caitlin Boydston. Nice recovery, Tim. You got that right. And here he comes out swinging. So we had the other shot made, and now he hits the first attempt. So, but yeah, as you can see, the one in the cue ball, you're not shooting actually directly at the one. You're hitting to the right bottom edge of the one ball, and actually, if you could see it, there's a shadow underneath the ball, And your aiming point for that cue ball is literally into the like little cave crevasse between the one and the rail. Here we go. Oh, look at this. I don't know if he
this
caught
looks
it.
pretty good. No, not wide enough.
Yeah.
Too wide, rather.
And if you heard that on the stream, it was a little bit louder, and that's because he didn't quite catch enough of the cue ball. It's so close to a miscue. Here we go.
Yeah, it was a miscue.
Yeah.
He moved his body there. No, you could physically see the movement on the shot there. So his cue moved.
Yeah, I had one of those yesterdays. My sons were commenting, saying, "Hit the ball, Dad." I totally missed the cue ball. Here we go. Third and final attempt. Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
Yes,
whoa, he just
yes,
caught it.
yes,
Look at
yes,
this.
yes.
Look at this. Here it comes. Is it going to
Got the
have
speed?
enough?
Is it at speed?
Is it going to have it?
No.
There it is.
Well, that was the softest of touches, wasn't it? A good job that ball was touching the rack. Obviously, it wouldn't have gone. Brilliant shot.
Like a feather. I mean, watch this replay. This is just coming. You know, what an adjustment by just a master champion. He failed on the previous two attempts. And look at this. It isn't quite in the center of the rack, but all we need is a bump. Look at the rotation on the cue ball. Is it going to get there? Is it going to get there? Incredible. And right there you could see him breathing a sigh of relief. There it is. He's smiling. Oh my land. I think I sucked some of the oxygen out of the room on that one. That was something.
Well, Tim Chin hit absolute dead centre on that rack. And then the master, Chi-Ming Lin, just caught the extremity of the rack and just made it 51-47. They've both moved on now, which is good to see. They were stuck on those numbers for some time, weren't they? Jamie Moody's made a shot, I think.
He has. Hear it from the short guys. Height does not run in the genes and DNA in my family. So Jamie and I, we just met each other at this tournament for the first time, and we're best of buds. But I'll tell you what, on the table next to us, we've got a battle over here. If that score is correct, folks, it is 42-41. Both Jason and Wayne are on the GTS rack team. We were playing together in South Africa. They're good friends, but also fierce competitors. You know, sometimes in sports, Mark, people say, well, we put friendship aside and we're, rival enemy. Nah. I'll tell you, I can tell you for Wayne and Jason, they are cheering each other on as well as with all the other competitors here.
Yeah, I think you're either friends or you're not. It always comes into it. I can remember playing one of my best friends once, and it was just so tough. I can never play against a really good friend as well as I can play against somebody that, I don't know, for example. It's hard to put friendships aside.
It is.
Oh,
it
look,
is.
the circular draw. I'm a happy man. If I died after this, seeing this shot, it wouldn't matter. I could go to heaven, a happy man.
Oh, yeah, here it is. This shot, it's a 10-pointer. And what you got to do here, you've got to hit the one ball, the F ball in. And that goes in the F pocket. But then after it hits it, of course, forward momentum, you're kind of defying the laws of physics here, because the F ball is going to go in the corner pocket, and then that cue ball is going to have so much spin on it. It's going to come around the 2 ball and then zip back and hit the combination 3 to the 9 in. So again, 1 in the corner, 2 follows, but then all the spin and just the whip of this, it catches that rail, and that extreme spin will not just bring that cue ball back, but it'll actually have it curve around for the combination in the corner. So what a shot. Mike Massey there's nobody that's done it better and hit it so many times than Mike Massey. It's a walk in the park for him, and let's see what what we can do. But we've got a battle, 47-41, and this is a big shot. This is a 10-point shot, highest degree level of difficulty in the program. Here we go. Do we have enough? Oh. So there you could see it. He made the one ball, but just didn't have enough power in the power draw to get that around the 2 and back.
Yeah, that was certainly the correct camera angle as well to watch this shot, because the beauty of it is seeing the arcing of the cue ball when it hits that rail where the 2 is, and then does like a semicircle around the 2 ball. Yeah, I'd love the angle we had first, to be honest.
Oh, look at this. Oh. So difficult.
Pretty much a carbon copy of this first shot, wasn't it, Mike?
Yes. And what people maybe that are new to the sport don't know is there's so many different strokes that you have to hit a ball to make a ball in. And so this is one of them. Very loose wrist. Here we go.
Oh,
not quite.
Close up, but not close enough. Now, is he playing the same shot? Yes, I think he is.
So very quickly, he's using those balls to get the exact position of where he wants to put the cue ball, the object balls. And that's a key to artistic pool, is eliminating the variables and trying to be consistent as best as you can. And one of the things, if you're just trying artistic pool out, make sure to get the same balls each time. Because in order to make the adjustment, you need to know what ball is going where. So, okay, here we go. First attempt. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, nearly.
But Mark, you're right. You can see the beauty of the cue ball and the arc there. Watch this shot provided by Railbirds. Watch this. The 5 goes in. It's coming around the mountain when she comes, and not just a bit outside.
He caught the rail too high up, didn't he? He's looking to hit down that rail a little bit more.
And you'll usually see when he hits that cue ball, there'll be a bit of pop. It'll kind of come into the air, and that ball will just be spinning, ready to catch that rail and take. You're right, Kenneth. It is a great battle. Look at this. Did he get it? Ah.
Oh.
So if you're ever wanting to hit this shot, notice the setup and the position, because he's giving you some freebie tutorials here. Now you're going to have to learn to hit it on your end. But man, he's getting that ball coming right around the 2 just nice. He's just got to tighten it up just a little bit.
Third and final attempt.
Well, Mark, I got to tell you, for the first time commentating together, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise, Mike. Oh, yes. Go on. Oh, unlucky. Great efforts.
So he's going back to his phone. He's looking up his shots right now and trying to figure out, okay, what can I select next that I feel real confident in making, especially coming off of 3 misses. The score is it's anybody's match here.
I thought he might have been having a quick look at the replay on Railbirds to see where he went wrong. So 1 to go then.
All right. We've got the signs. It's the rat race. Wow, another 10-pointer. This is an awesome shot. You've got to get this kind of double kiss here off the cue ball into the ball F2, and then catch that rail to make F1 in the corner pocket and then the E in the side pocket. And what I mean by a kiss is you've got to, honey, if you're listening to this, looking forward to giving you a kiss when I get home, but it's not that type of kiss. It's a kiss when the cue ball and the object ball kind of compact together at the same time, and the balls kind of literally kiss one another, and that kiss then allows this shot to happen. And we're waiting on the table next to us. I don't know if we can see that. Okay, here he is. Did he? Oh, just caught it a little short. All right, here we go. First attempt. Oh, look at this.
Oh, yes. No. Now, what happened there, that the cue got hit under the rail. So when I remember Brian Pauly telling me that he done exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
The cue moved under the rail and it never did any good because it's under the rail. It can't.
It can't go in. Yeah, it's he almost had to hit that ball perfect into the corner pocket, or yeah, that's tough because that ball hits any higher up on that stick, that's rolling in. So you can see he's made a bit of an adjustment. I'm sure he might go back and watch these two attempts later on to see, okay, what actually happened there. All right, second attempt, so close on the first one. And just to get the kiss alone is not easy.
How'd you even invent a shot like this? Crazy.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. Does it have enough? Does it have enough?
No, it doesn't.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 10-point shot. So difficult.
I think it might help if he could hit higher up the butt of this cue so that he doesn't lose too much of the cue under the rail. If that makes sense, Mike.
Yes, it does. Yeah, but that's the tough thing. You can hit easily higher on the butt, but when you do that, you can miss the kiss, and then you don't catch the three ball right. So this is why it's just so hard. Okay, he's got the speed. Look at this. There it is.
Exactly what I meant.
Yep.
It's exactly what I was talking about. He hit higher up the butt, which pushed the tip of the cue out instead of in. And that helped him, of course, and he had the right pace this time. Also, great shot, Tim Chin. Pressure was on. He rose to the occasion, didn't he? Well worth another look. Watch how high up on the butt of the cue this hits. Look, right where the one ball is.
Yeah. Boom. See, that three ball caught enough of the stick to get it in straight. Yeah, and he knows it. And when he hit that, he knew it. And what was great, not just making that shot, but Mark, wow, the adjustment that he made after the two attempts that were pretty much the same. So, well done. Well done.
Yeah, he went a little bit lower on the cue ball as well, didn't he? Just to make sure he could get over there earlier to the thicker end of the bat. Jamie Moody again makes a shot. I don't even need to see him.
You can hear him.
I can hear him. I love his passion. I love his waistcoats as well, or his vests, as you call them. We wear our vests under our shirts, not on top of them.
Well, it's like driving on the right side and the left side of the road. They're both right, even when they're left. But I will tell you, I about got ran over walking out on the wrong side of traffic one time. Okay, here we are, first attempt. Nope.
Wow. Might have double kissed that. One ball went straight, didn't it?
Yeah. He just, I think, caught it too thin on the far edge of the ball and went up and down table. That's better. He might. Oh,
That's the one.
missed it.
No.
Yeah.
Again. So needs to hit less of the one ball. I'm guessing this guy is very, very famous in Taiwan. I know they have a lot of respect for the Q sports out in that part of the world. Some great players from Taiwan, especially in the pool world. Chang Junlin.
Third and final
Of course, from
attempt.
China, not Taiwan, I'm sorry.
I don't think it's going to make it. But we'll see how
Coe
he
brothers,
responds.
Of course. Who doesn't know the Coe brothers? Jamie.
So it's like a relative of Keegan wants to know how Keegan is doing. Keegan is still in. He's in the bracket here. He's going to be playing Abram Diaz at some point.
I think he's in the
6
next
o'clock,
round.
I think. Yeah.
What a, just on Keegan, for somebody that asked, he was able to come out of the preliminaries with a score just, I think, 202, 203, just about 200, which is awesome for his first championship. So congrats to Keegan, moving on.
Yeah, and he must be in the running, of course, for the newcomer award.
I think he might, he's,
Might already have won it, I think, maybe.
I think so.
Whose phone's that? Good tune, though.
Yeah, that's my alarm.
Tim Chin liked it. Time for you to wake up, Mike.
It's just our co-commentator. It's not like he knows better or anything.
I totally forgot I had that alarm on.
No.
Matter of fact, oh, what a shot! Oh, man. It was like a feather, like we've seen before. Okay, we've got the next shot at 6-4. We're getting signs from the dugout here. I can't believe.
I thought Sherry had fallen asleep on the camera, and that alarm may have woken her up.
It's Thunderstruck from AC/DC. That'll get you going in the morning.
Yes, exactly. Thunderstruck. Are you a bit of a heavy metal fan, are you, Brian? Sorry, Brian. Sorry.
The pastor of pool, bishop of billiards. Hey, you need a little bit of AC/DC to get you out of bed sometimes in the morning, and a little bit of Jesus sometimes. So both go hand in hand sometimes. But yeah, I tell you what, that song will get you moving in the morning. And talk about getting you moving. This next shot here, it's a force follow draw, and it's just, you talk about the arc of the cue ball and whipping around this table. Watch this. So he's going to take all 4 balls, and he's lining that up with his cue, because these balls have to be perfectly straight, right into the pocket. And notice he's kind of tapping these in place because you do not want them to just move an hair. And so when he hits this, you're going to have the weight of all 4 balls going against the cue ball. So the rack will stay on the table, and the 4 balls will all go in the pocket. And then the cue ball is going to fly back and get out of the way because it's going to go 1, 2, 3 rails and knock the combination to the 5 into the 9. So really an awesome shot here. The show-off spin shot. This is actually one of the one of the shots we shoot in the gospel trick shot. And the reason why my alarm went off is because at 4:30 in the other arena we were doing a GTS show. So that was my reminder to get back there. But I'm not leaving my post right just yet. This is a great shot. Now, one of the things that I often do just to help a little bit, I'll take that cue ball and literally offset the cue ball on the 1 a little bit. Now, I don't know if he's done that or not, but I have found, for me at least, in my stroke, that it helps. All right, here he goes. Shoots right through. Okay, we've got all 4 balls in. Do we have enough to get down to the rail? This looks real good, folks. We get it off the rail. There it is. What a shot. First attempt, 10-pointer.
Turning up the heat on the Dragon.
Yeah, it is. The heat is on. You can feel the fire.
Looks like Steve Markle scored a 71 a couple tables down.
A 71.
Wow.
That is a strong score by Steve Markle. That was the applause in the background, and it was an extended amount of applause because that is, folks, an incredible score. All right, let's look at the replay here. We get all balls moving, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the spin, and that is zipping around and just beautiful. Watch this come into the rail and give just enough to kick the 9 in.
Is Steve any relation? You just mentioned he scored 71. Is Steve Markle any relation to Megan? Do you know?
I'm sure he wishes there was. There could be some royalty in there, kind of. But it might be worth
an update on the score. Not 71, 77.
Oh, we're at 77. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to want to go back to that stream. Mark that, because that's just not missing a ball. What a incredible hats off, lights out performance to Steve Markle. And I believe he was playing Brian Pauly on that. I don't know his score, but anytime. I think 77, I see to 33, which is, again, still respectable. But I'll tell you what, when you catch a gear, look out. All right, looks like we're going the opposite side.
Well, that probably means Brian's eliminated, but the good news is that means he's free to commentate.
Get him back in the booth. First attempt. Here we go. We've got all 4 balls in. Oh! Scratched in the side. See, that's one of the reasons why I like having a little bit the cue ball offset mark on those balls, because it just kind of helps a little bit keep it away. I find from the side pocket, and for me,
naturally be going away from it, wouldn't it?
Yes. So sometimes just these little nuances. And here's one too. You could set up the balls back and then forget that, again, this is a type of shot, especially when you're hitting in multiple attempts. that rack might just bump out a little bit. And if you don't forget to put that rack in the right spot, you're in trouble. Second attempt. All right, we've got all 4 balls in. We cleared the side pocket. Will it have
pace.
enough?
No pace. No.
Had the
Didn't
angle.
look like it, did it? From the first time he hit the first rail, it didn't look as if it was strong enough. Just saw Brian Pawley putting his cues away on that table where he's been playing Steve Markle. He must be feeling a little bit shell-shocked, but at the same time, very happy for Steve Markle. What a score that is, 77.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, no shame in losing to someone who scores a 77 on you.
Yeah. I'm sure when
exactly.
Brian is in the booth here later on, he's going to be talking about that performance. Because, yeah, it's just how can you not talk about it? I believe right now as we're looking at this first round, that was the highest score so far. We still have a few more shots yet, but nobody's going to equal a 77. All right, here we go. Is this a third attempt? I think it is.
Yes, third attempt. Scratched on one of them. Never had pace on the other one. How's he doing? Well, one ball hasn't gone, so
No.
it's irrelevant, immaterial. No points then for
Yeah.
Tim Chin.
But I give him
Particular
credit.
shot.
If you probably, I think as I just quickly noticed on that third and final attempt, it looked like he really made an adjustment of those 4 balls, kind of angling in at a little bit different angle than the other 2 that he had done. And I think he thought he had to do that to try and pick up that velocity. But unfortunately, he hung the 14 ball in the corner there.
There you see, just above the Masters head there, Graf Chevrolet of Bay City, one of our big sponsors. There was a brilliant tennis tournament that took place about 3 days ago. It was Andre Agassi, who of course is married to Steffi Graf, and they played a doubles match for charity against John McEnroe and Anna Kournikova. Now, how much talent is there just in them 4 players? How many titles amongst them? Really was good to see.
Yeah, a great sponsor. I went to school with Kim Graf. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I like this view.
Oh, so far
The
so good.
overhead.
Oh, this is
Can't
great.
touch the triangle. Can't touch another ball.
Oh man, 2 more balls. You can do it. Come on.
Back row are so hard, aren't they?
Look at this. What?
Brilliant.
Wow. That's a 10-point shot. The focus, again, there's nothing to anchor that jump shot with. Look at this. The balance, nothing moves except
We are
that.
we're going to get to see Tim shoot this next, and he'll watch his hand. I don't know if you've noticed or not, Mike. He plays with his hand in his pocket. Oh,
Maybe it's encouragement for him. He puts pieces of candy in there, and he can pull the piece of candy out if he hits the shot. I don't know.
yeah, just didn't quite get to see that, but he plays with his hand in his pocket, which keeps him nice and steady. That's his anchor.
Yeah. That's a great observation, Mark. Great observation. I missed that. I might have to start shooting more with my hand in my pocket.
Same shot, I'm guessing. Well, that's quite a first one to learn that, Caitlin. When are we going to see you back, Caitlin? Come on. I want to see you back on the tour. I think we should see you and Anna Zurikova, who was doing a bit of commentating on day 1 with me. she's away at her weekend retreat, but I know she's still watching. She sent me great screenshots of watching the railbirds. She's gone away for the weekend to get away from everything, and she can't take her eyes off it.
Caitlin, you're making some great comments in the chat there about the hand in the pocket and just forget about things. And yeah, there's so many things just you just want to get out of your mind. This is interesting. When I shoot, it doesn't matter how loud it is. This is your brain. And I don't know how the brain works, but the room becomes quiet. I can't hear anything. And as a competitor, I grew up wrestling in scholastic sports, and it didn't matter how many thousands of people were in the gym. I couldn't hear anybody but my coach's voice. All right, here we go. This is the first attempt. So far, so good. Excellent. Whew.
Wow.
Well, look at that. And he responds. What a battle. What a battle.
Well, you mentioned the boxing analogy, going toe-to-toe, these two. Only 5 points in it. And when they've both been called upon, they've delivered, haven't they? Yeah, you see, he's got his hand behind his back. Look,
Yeah.
did you see that? Steadying himself.
Look at that.
There it is, look.
Boy, I tell you what, when you hit that last ball, that pocket's so small. You've hit all the other ones, and look at that. Just a walk in the park. I'll pick up my rack, and
I'll see you later.
I'll see you later. On to the next shot. You know, somebody, I think, asked also, Sir Talk a Lot. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your comment. And you said, I can't understand how the shots are designed. How can they tell it is even physically possible when inventing the trick? You know, that's truly why it's an artistic sport, the beauty of it, because you've got to figure out how the balls work together, and just to be able to have a mastermind of how these shots can work. And of course, Mike Massey, there's probably none greater. Still inventing shots well into his 70s. This is another shot. Keep the rack on the table, folks. It's the Jump Massey. It's worth 9 points. Again, you can find this program on the Artistic Pool website that we have. And he's bringing out another weapon for this. So a little bit different cue. This is his Massey cue, Massey jump cue. Some of these cues might be a little bit different in weight, in tip. Even the tip can have different hardnesses. But you want to get, for that Massey cue, you want to get it just right, because you've got to be able to get the spin and the power that you need. And watch this here too. Watch. Oh, go ahead, Mark.
I was just going to say, Caitlin said that she hopes to be back this year sometime, but her job in forensics makes it a little bit difficult. What a fantastic job that is. But obviously, pool is in her DNA as well, huh?
Oh, that's great.
So here we go. Jump out of the rack. Massey, make the 9.
Oh.
Just like this. Oh no, didn't get the Massey.
Sometimes people have this comment, debate on and on, pool's not a sport. Well, you try and put your knee under your rear end like that. It takes some flexibility, balance. Here we go, second attempt. Oh, look at this, look at this.
Yes.
He felt good, just the head nod, and second attempt. Feeling good about that.
Gets the approval of the master himself. Yeah, that discussion about whether it is a sport or a game, I mean, these days it really is more of a sport, because there's so much training going in, fit in body, fit in mind kind of thing. A lot of the players are doing a lot of exercise now, eating healthier, going running, going to the gym, getting in that swimming pool, making sure that they're in top peak condition, because some of the tournaments go on for a long time, don't they? So you need a little bit of stamina, a little bit of endurance as well, Mike.
You do. You know, I was at the Derby City Classic. That's one of the most grueling events in pool. You've got one pocket, banks, 9-ball. You got the Bigfoot Challenge, and I was talking to Jason Shaw, and after he broke the straight pool record, okay, here we go. Let me be quiet while he hits a shot.
Oh,
That's a sound you do not want to hear on this shot. But anyhow, Jason Shaw was just saying, he's like, you know, I've got to get back into the pool and into better shape. And so that guy, look out, the eagle eye is gonna be on the prowl again, because he's looking good. He's swimming miles each day, and there is stamina to this sport. Oh, look at this. Are we gonna get it? Not enough. Not enough.
would you like a little fact about Jason Shaw?
I'm always yeah.
I'm actually the reason he's swimming again. I've got this little thing where we're both posting our daily swims. We've got smart watches each, and we're posting screenshots of our swimming antics, and we're talking every day. And he's just bought membership to a pool right next to his children's school where they go to school. So he drops the kids off.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
goes
He
for a
got this. He
swim.
got this. How
Great
about
shot.
that shot? Third and final attempt when the pressure is on. I mean, it is. Look at this. We've got a 70-65 score. Let's see. This is coming down, I think, to the final shot here, Mark. But yeah, you can tell Jason that I said hi. And look at this. Look at this slow-mo. Comes out of the rack.
I think it's 78, isn't it? His score. 78, 72.
Is it 78, 72? Is that the?
Yeah, 78, 72. We
This
spoke about
is-
Steve Markle's 77.
I can't.
This is insane.
I don't know if there's ever been a championships with those two highest scores and coming out in the first round like this. Wow. But yeah, you can let Jason know, the pastor of pool, Mike Hewitt, said hi when you get a chance. And
I certainly will.
And Mark, thank you for, man, it's, you know, this is something that's really important about any sport. You never want to do it alone. You know, life was not, we weren't made to live our life alone. And we've probably all been there at some point in our life through ups and downs. But when you've got somebody that you can, go in that foxhole with and encourage, and, in every aspect, mind, body, soul, is so important. And there's so many different seasons in life that can beat you up. And that's why, at least in Gospel Trick Shots, we say, hey, it's a game of the mind, a game of the table, and a game of the heart. So.
Yeah, and it is one of them sports. It's an individual sport. You've got no team to back you up, so it's always nice to have someone who's got your back. And although this is an individual sport, this is one of the few disciplines in Q Sports where everyone is really, really pushing for each other. So it's kind of a nice family, isn't it?
It truly is. It truly is. And Caitlin, I would love to see you be the first person to hit this shot in competition. So you keep practicing, girl. And the one thing, back to just Bay City, Michigan here, all the arrangements, the sponsors, the hotel, the limo for the players each and every morning, just a wonderful host, and it's just been awesome venue here. And of course, doing this all for the Boys and Girls Club with some of the proceeds going there, it's just been fantastic. And so hats off Bay City, Michigan, of hosting the World Championships. But the one thing that was missing, Caitlin, no females this year. And so we've got to do something about that. So Definitely plenty of opportunity. And but what a battle. I tell you,
Yeah,
Mark, this has been a pleasure commentating with you today. It truly has. So.
well, look, let me just tell you about this shot very, very quickly, because this was the tiebreaker. This was the shootout shot that they used in last year's final.
And I'll tell you, this is probably one of my. Man, is it my favorite? It's close to my favorite. It might be my favorite shot. Favorite 10-pointer. I'll just say it that way. And it's always a crowd pleaser because he's got to hit this cue ball. It's on the spot right in the middle of the table there, and he's got to hit the cue ball over the 1 and 2 with not too much speed, because it's coming off a spin and it can bounce off the table quite easily. But then it has to come straight back and hit that 1 in the face to pocket those 2 balls.
I like the angle he's got here on the cue, not too vertical. So
this looks good. This looks good.
Just
First
like
attempt.
that.
Look
Just
at this.
like that.
Oh, he felt that. Look at that. He was excited. I'm excited.
Well, I saw that shot played a couple of times yesterday, and I didn't see, no one made it yesterday, and both players were hitting it very, very high, but that didn't go too high over, stayed nice and low. The cue ball wasn't bouncing when it hit the rail. Perfect execution of a really, really tough shot. And look at that, the fist pump from Tim Chin. Yes, for a moment, he is the master.
Yeah, the Dragon has just breathed fire, folks. I mean, they are coming in to the last shots, and to nail this one on the first attempt when the score is so close. I mean, look at 82-78. This is bananas. I mean, there's you don't want to get up and go anywhere right now. This is exciting. So again, right now he's wanting to make sure that 3-ball and 9-ball are perfectly set. And you notice Tim had that ball go center pocket, the 2-ball on his. Right here, it was a battle next to us with good friends, competitors, Wayne Parker, Jason Lynch, and they just wrapped up a thrilling battle there that they'll be talking about this one for a while, for sure.
Yeah, Chi-Ming now about to take this shot on. He didn't make it yesterday. He was one of the guys that didn't make it. He was going very, very high. The cue ball bounced all over the place. Let's see if he changes the angle slightly, because he was a lot more. He had his cue much, much more acute angle than Tim just had here. So let's just see. This is going to be interesting. Doesn't want to go too high. Yeah, this is better. This is much better, but he's still got the jump, you see.
Yeah, you got to be careful, because if you land that cue ball too far past the head ball there, it's bouncing. And if it doesn't bounce over the table, as you can see, the forward spin was now reversing, and it can slow up. And as you saw in that shot, it didn't have any momentum, and he didn't quite catch it good. All right, let's see what happens. This is much better, but no. The angle was better this time. Now he's going to be on his third.
Clean, crisp hit.
Yeah. His third and final attempt.
Well, Tim.
You can see the Dragons behind him, breathing smoke out of his nose. What's going to happen?
Has the Dragon become the
Look
Slayer?
at this. Look at this.
This is there. Oh, he got a double kiss on the 9
There's a
ball.
double kiss. The spectators know a good battle when they see one. And you can see even handshakes and hugs from Wayne Parker right next door. But look at the little replay on this. He made the adjustments, but just...
double kiss.
He was maybe just a quarter inch. Just had to catch that head ball a little bit fuller. Well, Mark, what a great team effort getting the signs and the signals of the shots. Sherry over there in the dugout, Kevin running all of the amazing camera work. And wow, what a treat everybody was in for today. And we are looking forward to the next round. We'll be starting quickly. So I don't know what time zone you're in. My son from Spain is working on 11 o'clock. Some people might be on 5 o'clock. I think we're going to take, is it an hour break?
Yeah,
Are we
the
at
next
6 o'clock, Kevin?
Yeah, the next scheduled match is at 6 o'clock Eastern time, so that's just about an hour from now. So be sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you have notifications enabled so you do not miss this next match. It's going to be another early round match from this tournament. We don't know who it's going to be yet, but it's going to be a good match no matter who it is. Anyway, I am Kevin Ross, along with Mike Hewitt, Mark White. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
It's been great. Thank you.
See you guys.
Adios.